my gosh.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why he's fucking
Paralyzed for
frozen.
now.
Not
For
to
now.
He's frozen forever. Have you not seen the
For
movie
now.
Frozen?
Just give me a hug.
There's
For
nobody
now.
that loves. There's nobody that
Oh my
loves
god.
Corvus enough to
Perrin,
hug
true
him.
love's first kiss. Go kiss Corvus
No.
while he's frozen.
Parents already did
please.
one ritual to bring me back. Just let me go. Just let me go, fam.
Now, would you deny Fanara the same thing?
Let it
Probably
happen.
not.
That's a double standard. If I'd
I'm
say
just
so.
a dragon popsicle. Let me be. Don't worry. It's okay. I'm a good dragon.
It's
How
cool.
many licks does it take to get to the center of it?
The
Don't
world
make
will
me
never know.
put in a parent
The
request.
world
I will
will never
request
know.
that song. Don't play with me. I have
What?
enough points to do it.
Oh, shoot. I should have told Logan to take that down, and I don't sing no more.
Oh, well, you can tell a story instead.
Yes,
Corvus
cool.
will.
You can.
I took one level in bars.
Not
do it
even
like-
Evanescence. Not even
No,
like Linkin Park. Not even like.
Look. We'll settle for slam
Oh.
poetry.
I'll
Alchemical
Shatnerize. I'll Shatnerize a song.
There
I
you
realized
go.
you said Shatner, and I thought you just said you'll shat in her eyes.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like,
I will.
yep, you shat in her eyes.
Hi, everybody. We've already devolved, and we barely started.
Yes.
That's on brand.
Welcome to the Red Heron. This is
Oops, we were
Ecriom
live.
Expeditions, or yeah, we've been live.
Okay, good.
Yeah, since before the shat in her eyes.
Oh, God.
Well,
Welcome in.
welcome in. I'm your dungeon master and innkeeper, Logan Hanley, here to try to bring some semblance of a story to you all with these wonderful individuals that I call friends. Yeah, we're gonna quickly go around the horn like we normally do. Have everybody just say a quick hi, who they are, and what they do, and then we're gonna get into tonight's slaughter, either of 3 Frost Princesses or of the entire party. We'll find out.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see you, Eden.
Okay. Hi. Taryn, also known as Valrook across the socials, all of the things. Follow me there. Getting back to work on Dice after a hiatus because I needed it. You can catch me on Modifius, all that. But tonight, I'm playing Eden of the Briar. Totally a neutral character. Not morally gray at all. And I'm currently a spider, as it were.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Renee. I play Perrin. I'm currently like dead inside, and living my dream, playing out an emo boy now. I tell dark stories and make people feel bad.
God,
Now
your sex bomb.
Ah, yeah, we are Sex Bomb. We talk about death that makes you sad and stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And you said you didn't sing anymore. Hello, guys. I'm Utahime. I play everyone's little favorite cinnamon roll of a cleric, Peace Domain cleric, who's probably not going to be Peace Domaining too much longer because she's going to be dead. Fanar Valar, everyone. Yeah, let's see if we can not be dead.
I think that's me. Oh, no, that's not me next.
Who is next?
I believe that's, is that Dynrith next?
I'm just gonna point and let somebody figure out who's next.
Okay. My name is Megan. I am Taryn's sister. I make character art stuff sometimes for some of the campaign thingies here. I am playing Dynrith, a little backstabber. Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. I have an account, theartnerd _ with everything, just because I want to make it hard. And yeah, that's me.
Hi everyone, I'm Eddie, otherwise known across the socials as your humble discount bard, who is currently on hiatus, but hopefully coming back at some time in the near future. I'm here today as Art, our little butterball of an artificer, who is a goblin inside of a penguin suit in the form of a spider. Because let's just, make it more confusing. It's layers upon layers. But, we're here, and we're ready for chaos. Let's pass it along.
Hello,
I'm Lizzie. I will be playing Oak tonight, your faithful half-orc paladin, who is finally at the end of her quest. It seems like she just has to not die and not have any of her friends die, and everything will be great. We're gonna do it, for sure. I'm fully confident in our abilities.
believe that
Oh,
Lee
me
said
too. Totally.
Oh.
Yeah.
Jaden King. I play the dead one, Corvus.
Wait, you're dead too?
I mean, I'm
You're
paralyzed
close.
with little to no health. Yeah, no, this is it. I also think I'm the one in the middle of everything. There's no way I can't get hit on
What did we
accident.
learn is my bigger question.
That I can throw hands, but also so can other people, apparently.
Good lesson.
Finally
Well, and
learns,
that's it. That's
finally
even
learns
bigger.
to throw hands. Other people throw hands back. Yeah. Well, where we last left off, at the direction of Finara and Oak, a deal was struck with the Lord of Bones to bring Perrin Hopesinger back to life. This came with a metamorphosis of sorts, as Perrin has now returned, but with a slightly different demeanor than his once hope-singery self had. Quickly after Perrin's resurrection, the Lord of Bones and the Frost Prince disappear into to begin the distraction that would be your cue to find and kill his three sisters. Now, after a few moments of reconnecting with your lost friend, catching him up to speed with the events of what was going to happen and the domino effect of Fey pacts that you've made in order to secure not only information, but the soul of Ivy and also the resurrection of Perrin. You delve into the palace itself, led by Thynrith, to a courtyard. There, spotting the three sisters, accompanied by a fourth. Corvus charges ahead with you all, just kind of Leroy Jenkinsing it in the background of like, well, what do we do? Oh shit, I guess we gotta go. As I believe it was Art and... No, it was Art, Eden, and who was the third spider? Oak?
That's
Art,
Oak, yeah.
Eden, and Oak transform into giant ice spiders. Corvus rushed in, immediately throwing hands, and in the process being caught in a frozen spell by one of the sisters. The rest of you quickly spread out and attempt to waylay the remaining sisters. So far, the combat is been pretty one-sided, I could say. However, you do know that above you, high in the tower, in the highest tower of the Frozen Palace, the Frost Prince and the Lord of Bones are battling the Queen of Winter to some success. As we begin our second round of combat, I need Thynrith, and let's go with Perrin. Roll me D100s, please.
I'm scared. Oh. That's less good.
D100, you said yes?
Correct.
48.
48. Thynrith.
13.
13. Good to know.
That's good if you're trying to roll low.
Yeah. But we move to Finara. Now, if memory serves me correctly, you are riding on the back of Spider Oak.
I think I was frozen, so I think I.
Frozen.
I became unfrozen. So it was like basically like I was on the back, no longer on the back because I think I fell off because I
You
was
slid off.
frozen.
Yeah, you slid off just
Slid
a
off.
tiny bit because you're frozen, and then you unfroze yourself.
And then I unfroze myself.
And now you're standing, I'd say you're probably about 30-ish feet away from the combat. Spider Oak and Corvus and two of the sisters are kind of in this pond, or not pond, it's like a fountainy pond-like area. One of them was flying and then fell into the water just recently. And then over off to the far left side of the courtyard, close to where like the hedges are, where it like rings the side of the palace, Theinrith and Spider Art are engaged with another one. The fourth one is a little bit farther back into the side of you guys.
Okay. And just to clarify, Corvus is how far from me? And also, is he still frozen solid?
Corvus would be about 30 feet in front of you, and then is he still frozen? I think last where we left off he was, because he did not make his save. He didn't make his save.
Yeah, I'm still paralyzed.
Okay.
Via frozen.
What I want to do is something that, again, this is a big brain, probably not gonna work, but you never know. I'm very optimistic. I want to know technically, and because I have to, before I describe how it unfolds, I want to make sure that this is something that is possible. Generous DM. I want to attempt to control water in order to basically unfreeze my friend and use that water to hit one of the closest sisters. So a little bit of water bending, if you please, potentially, but redirect the flow of water, even if I can't hit someone with it, at least to create some cracks in that shell around my friend.
Go ahead and make a check where the DC, so go ahead and make a wisdom check where the DC would be equal to your spellcasting mod.
You said wisdom?
Yes.
Okay, that is a 13 plus 8. 20.
Which would I'm pretty sure beats your spell save
16.
DC. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would say that with that, you managed to pull some of this like hoarfrost that is now starting to like coat Corvus as he's frozen in place, melting it slightly, or at least just like warming it slightly to the point where it becomes like just this dewy moisture on him, and then whisking it off to send it toward the Ice Princess. Go ahead and give me a spell attack roll.
All right.
And then Corvus, you'll have advantage on your roll now.
Oh, I wrote. Okay, that's weird. I guess it's lucky 13. So that's same as my wisdom save, because it's plus 8.
Go ahead and roll. Let's say a D8 for me.
8.
Yeah. What level spell was that you cast?
That one was, I believe, fourth level. Fourth level.
Then no, don't do that. Do 4d6.
Okay. That's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. I'm going to just use it as bludgeoning damage instead of cold, because cold won't work. 11, you said?
Yes. So I imagine it's like a force because of the fact that I'm trying to move. And it's almost like as if she's like pulling with her fingers, pulling the water from Corvus's body and then kind of moving the momentum in order to push it in the opposite direction from him in order to hit with full force.
Oh, yeah. No,
Almost
I
like a
love that.
little tiny wave.
No, I love that. And like even as you do, you can see that there's this faint, like almost like constant trickle the entire time pulling from Corvus's body until it finally connects with the sister. Anything else for your turn?
Okay, I am still close enough to Spider Oak. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to climb back onto Spider Oak if possible. I'm like
Okay.
try to climb back and mount to use my movement in order to do that.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a
I'm tiny, so this could be bad.
give me an athletics check.
Oh yeah, because I'm great at that.
It's a combination of like you trying to climb up onto this spider's back while it's also moving and kind of maneuvering and fighting. 100%.
But not one, and I have a -1 to athletics, so it's 0. Oh God.
So Oak, if Spider you wouldn't realize that Finara was behind you trying to climb onto your back, how would you react in defense?
Great question. I mean, from behind, let's see. What sense? Like, what do we have to defend? Would I jump? I mean, I guess I'd probably can't. I know too much about real spiders. Well, how do these spiders work?
I just killed them.
Tarantula since our last game, incidentally.
You what? A tarantula?
Adopted. We have a pet tarantula now.
No, cool. Never coming to hang out with you.
Oh no.
Great. Cool. No, that's a hard no.
Cool. Hey.
Hard pass.
That's a hard no.
She's friendly. Her name is Truffle. She just stays in the box.
No cute name will ever get me to come over and see that spider.
We'll just bring it to you.
Stop.
Oh God.
Nah, we're not going.
Okay, anyway.
See, and this is why Corvus is still going to be frozen. Shifting.
No!
Can't like kick hairs at her like a tarantula would do. Anyway.
You could. I would allow it. They'd have little spiky, little ice spikes on them.
Yeah, I guess I would just like, I mean, right, I would kick. I would try and move if I thought something was attacking me from behind.
All right. I'll say with that, the leg kicks out and trips you up, and you fall. You fall to one knee. You're not quite prone, but you're.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna impale me. That was great. Okay, all right, cool.
The leg just spears you.
Yeah.
Cool. Art. You are face to face with one of the princesses of Frost, along with Thynrith. I believe you're still on Thynrith's back. Or no, Thynrith is still on your back. Yep.
That would be a very interesting sight to see a giant spider on Thymrith's back, but you know. First of all, nope, my web does not recharge, because I remember that I had used that. How far is this other?
Right in front of you.
Like right in front of me?
Like right in front of you, because Thynrith attacked, or they rushed in to attack Thynrith, I believe, right before this.
Got it. They rushed in to attack Thynrith. I don't like that. I bite.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Well, we're off to a good start here. That's going to be a nat 1.
No, I passed it to you, Art. I'm sorry.
Great. As you move to bite the ice princess, she maneuvers herself in and around, like jutting underneath and between your legs, off to the side. Your blow misses. Anything else?
Scuttle, 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 and turn around to face them again.
All right. With that, it will be Aspen's turn, who just got hit by a bunch of water. So she is going to... What's she want to do? Oh, yeah, good. I remember what I did there. Okay. She's just going to rush in and go for... Man, Corvus is such the easy answer here.
Do it. You won't do it. You
All
can't
right,
hit me.
I'll do it. I get it. Hang on, do I get advantage of your...
You do. Yeah, you do get advantage.
Yeah, I get advantage. Why the fuck not? Corvus, you
Wait,
want me to do
Yeah.
it didn't release him from the.
Or I have advantage on my check.
He
when
has
it's time.
advantage on his.
Okay.
He has advantage on his check. So that's gonna be a 20,
Yeah, that hits.
22. No, more than that. 23 to hit.
Is it it's melee attack?
Melee attack.
I mean, it hits either way. Just
Which will be for that and that and that. Oh wow, that's subpar. 8 points of slashing and 5 points of cold damage.
I'm down.
And then we'll move from there to... Can't quite get to Fanara because she's behind Spider Oak, so we'll move to Spider Oak for the second strike. And that will be a... Is it an 11 or 17? A 25 to hit. 4.
I am not that powerful.
12 points of slashing and 8 points of cold.
Okay. I think I'm still a spider.
And then that's her turn. So she
Wow.
just kind of looks. She looks at the spider, with disgust, and just like there's this pure just as she cuts into Corvus and just lets him drop, gives him this like look of almost disdain before heading over to the spider and just slashing out again, cutting into one of your legs. I think you also have resistance to cold damage, so that cold damage.
I do, yeah. So that
was
you said 8, I believe.
8 reduced to 4. Yeah.
Okay. And it was 12 slashing? Or 11?
11 slashing.
Okay, great. So 15 total.
15 total.
Okay.
With that, it will go to Eden.
Okay. So did you say Corvus went down?
Yes, Corvus
Corvus is down.
officially down.
How far away from me is Corvus?
You were pretty close to the fray. I think you actually rushed right up to the one that was still in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe was Tarvi.
Because that wasn't my plan, but here you...
No, I'm fine. I have a way.
Shut up.
You're dead.
I have a way to get up.
So to be clear, okay. How does everybody look like they're doing? Like-
Corvus is down.
Corvus is down. And not like on my usual scale of 1 to whatever question, like my meta question, but mine is just like, on average, how does the party seem to be faring?
And on that note, actually, DM, I just have a general question. I'm paralyzed, but it's because I was frozen, right?
Correct.
So I'm still standing.
Yeah,
but
you're still
unconscious.
locked in place unconscious, yes.
God, I'm a sexy statue right now.
I mean, I feel like Art's having an existential identity crisis, but health-wise, he's fine.
It's like, why do I like being a spider better? No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
Oh, legs.
Shit. To drop a wild shape, it's an action, huh?
To drop a wild shape,
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I believe so. I believe so because you're not a moon druid.
Yeah, no, that's the whole benefit. Um, nope. Um, poof. Sorry, Perrin. If you're still on my back. We use our action to de-spider.
Okay.
Um, and Eden will just let out this splurge of Sylvan. Which those who understand Sylvan will go, "Son of a bitch, goddamn," is what you basically hear in Sylvan. And that is healing word at third level.
If it matters, it's actually a bonus action to revert.
Oh, is it?
Uh, it doesn't matter to me because I still am not. I care about you, but I'm not gonna go like next to you to heal you. Also, I'm a druid. I don't keep cure wounds, so it's healing word. And I'm gonna roll dice now to do
You're
that.
lucky she didn't pack Goodberry and just.
That's Perrin's job.
Not
Okay.
Yeah, no, the
anymore.
hazelnuts
Forget
have
the cleric
expired.
in the group.
That's
Yeah, I'm
great, but
fine.
you just went. So I've gotta save Corvus because
You don't know
God,
that Corvus is down.
I can tell you've been frozen forever.
You haven't
You
talked.
just look, for some
Haven't talked
reason,
in
you just
ages.
look less robust. You look a little
Right.
limp right
The
now.
brooding is a little
So we are okay. What is my spell? Oh, hey, that's not awful. Um, okay, it's been so long since I've cast a spell in general. My bad. Okay, so that
You're
is
fine.
then 13 points of healing because healing word.
Mm-hmm.
But you've got 13 points of healing.
That's exactly how much
Um,
damage that put me down, by the way. Just so you know, that's fun.
that's cool. Um, and then as a free action, no, we're just not going to do that yet. We're going to be smart. We are going to how close is the nearest princess? Am I in melee range?
Yes,
All
you
that
are in
matters.
melee range.
Shitballs.
Yeah, because you ran right up in there.
Well, it's Terran. I guess I'm staying put. I'm not taking an opportunity attack. I'm kind of squishy ever since I let go of the barbarian thing.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's one opportunity attack. And that take yes, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna. Eden looks very knowing at Perrin, and then we'll try to leap backwards and run away from them 30 feet.
All right. Yeah, the one in front of you will take an attack of opportunity on you.
Yep.
That will be a 21 to hit.
That hits me.
For 9 points of slashing and 5
Ouch.
points of cold.
That hurts. Hang on. Was that 9 and 5? Because okay.
Yes, 9 and 5.
Okay. That is it. And that is my turn as I'm 30 feet away now.
After that is the one that was in front of you. It was just gonna swing away at you. Actually,
And
let's see if it gets.
damn, I just want to double check something just so I know. Do I get to make a save every time I get hit or anything, or is that thing only like at the end of my turn?
At the end of each of its turns.
Okay,
Is the wording.
perfect. Just want to make sure.
Does not get its thing back, so it will. You know what? It's gonna do this. It's gonna walk up to you, Perrin. As it does, it's going to extend its hand out to you and say, I think you should just. You don't have any stories to tell today. And I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
How far is Perrin from me?
From you, about like 15, 20-ish feet.
Reaction, but please continue.
Okay. What?
21.
21. Um, you watch as this like wisp of mist begins to like coil around your head, almost like a semi like halo. And you recognize this as a form of a curse, or the startings of a curse, and you just kind of blow it away.
Your shit's weak, mate. And he just kind of like flicks away an invisible cigarette.
Good.
With that, yeah, she just kind of looks at you, somewhat shocked. Whether it's the new getup or the fact that you just turned that into a cigarette and puffed it and got rid of it. Not quite sure. But we will move at that point to Oak. Or Spider
All
Oak.
right. Spider Oak. Spider Oak does whatever a Spider Oak does, which is try and bite something, I think. Possibly shoot them with icy webs. Okay. Is there someone still right in front of, like, who is sawing my leg right now? Are they still there?
Yes, they are. That'd be Aspen.
All right. Did we get the names of the people we're supposed to eat? I can't remember.
And I actually wrote them down, contrary to
Oh.
the last time that I gave you the names.
Beautiful.
It's
Beautiful.
Aspen, Talvi, and Ira.
Okay. And Aspen's the only one we know right now, because I remember like one person got name dropped.
Yep. Aspen is the one who's directly in front of you. She's kind of been like the ringleader of it all, and more of the in your face one. Talvi was the one that, I guess they haven't really name dropped. So yeah, you're right. I'm gonna leave it at that. Make you kill all 4.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, she's right in front of me. Yeah, I will bite.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Well, that's not great. That's only an 11.
Only an 11. As you bite out, Aspen gets one of her 2 ice swords up in front and just kind of blocks the fangs from finding any purchase.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I have any bonus actions as a spider. So I guess that's it, right? I only get 1 action, so.
This is true. A third ice princess, the one who's kind of farther and off beyond the pool, looping around what would be your guys' right, is going to. No, she was still in the pool. Is going to stand up because the last thing she did was fall because somebody got to her. Is going to run to the edge of the pool. And you know what? It's just going to do, you watch as a shard of ice forms in their palm. And will take it and throw it at... I think you were the last person to do anything to her parents, so she's going to throw it at you. That will be a 20... Oh god, 27 to hit?
Silvery barbs. Try that again, please.
Yeah, I will. That's a 17 to hit.
It still hits.
Reaction.
Okay.
I switch places with Perrin.
What? Okay, alright. Does a 17 hit you?
Does not.
Alright. I'll say in the midst of this shift, like right as that like poof and that swap occurs, that's when the ice knife, or not the ice knife, this ice shard would have cut through the space, and Finara, you find yourself standing at the edge of the pool, and Perrin, you are now behind Spider Oak.
Sorry, Perrin.
With that, it goes to your turn, Perrin.
What are you doing? And then
I'm trying to help you.
fine. I'm help the rest of them. I haven't. Whatever. And Perrin will pull out the short sword, and just like take his thumb across the blade and light it up. And the flame is now flicking this like purple firelight, and he just like swishes it around, and it goes, if you're going to want to take me out, and he looks at all three of the princesses, and you're going to want to stop me from telling stories, and he just kind of like waves his hand in front of his face as he begins to like shift and shimmer. You're going to have to find me and cast invisibility.
All right.
And that will be my turn for them for seeing me. So in my area, I am standing behind Oak.
Mhm.
Is there a princess nearby?
There's two princesses within about 30 feet of you, and then the one that's off on the side of the pool is probably closer to 40.
Okay. So my movement speed is 30 feet, because I'm a halfling with special features. So I will dart towards one of the princesses who's ahead of there.
Do you want to help? I guess the question would be: do you want to help Oak, or do you want to hit the one that swung out at you the first time?
The one who swung out at me.
Cool. You can get there, no problem. Just kind of skittering and like dodging underneath legs and like zipping around really quickly. You can position yourself advantageously around the side of one of these ice princesses.
Sounds good. That's my turn. Thanks.
All right. Last ice princess, who's the one over by Theinrith and Art. Is going to throw one of their ice swords into the ground. As they do, they're going to take a portion of their crown and snap it off and like grind it with the pommel of the other sword into a fine dust, and then it's just going to blow it into the two of yours faces. And let's see. Do either of you have less than 27 health?
As a spider, yes.
Feinrith?
No.
All right. Art, you find yourself becoming very sleepy. And you fall unconscious.
Sleepy spider.
It is then going to, or she is then going to back up, so her back is right up against the hedgerow from the two of you. Any response? She's running away from you, Theinrith.
Okay, wait. I had it ready and then I got scared. Okay.
I don't know if you have a thing.
Wait, okay. So it's my turn, or is it just?
Well, so she blew this dust at you and Art. Art fell asleep, and then as soon as she did that, she pulled herself back from the melee of you two, right? So she's running away from you guys to place herself in a position where her back is to the hedgerow on the far side of the.
Basically, you get an opportunity attack.
So you could it triggers an opportunity attack if you wish to take one.
I do. Okay, so I'm not used to doing like playing a spellcaster. Can it just be any like thing? Does it have to be anything specific, or can it just be any?
Do you have Warcaster? The feat Warcaster. If you do not, then it has to just be a melee attack.
Okay,
or
that is
a
perfect.
melee weapon attack.
That's perfect. I don't have a weapon right now. Well,
You don't have a weapon?
no. Looks like I didn't equip one. I know I'm supposed to have one, but I didn't equip one.
What?
I know.
Give yourself, I don't know, what would Theinrith have? A dagger or a
A
sword?
crossbow.
Yeah, probably just
cross-
like a dagger.
Smack
Okay,
him with
go
a
ahead.
crossbow.
Yeah, just go ahead and make an attack roll. Use your dex or strength, whichever's higher. Add your proficiency.
Okay, so 19 plus 2, so that is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, which would be d4 plus your dex or strength, whichever one you used. This is the one you blighted too, so she's looking. It's kind of messed her up a bit.
Yeah, it's only 5. So, hey.
5? That's fine. Still keeping your rank of the highest damage to one of these princesses. You stab into her, or like just kind of slash and cut into her as she runs away. And you see now that her face is almost shifted like that of like realizing that looking over and past you that she is going to have to fight the two of you on her own, as the other 3 sisters are busy waylaying your friends or your newfound friends. Corvus, where the hell is Art? Oh no, Art already went. Corvus, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw with advantage. Hmm?
21.
21. You feel the ice that's been covering your skin begin to crack, and you just quickly roll your shoulders, flex your muscles a little, and the ice just shatters and begins to fall off. And you are ready to fight. But that is unfortunately your turn. So Theinrith, it is to you.
Okay. So is she still currently running away? You said she like kind of clicked in her head that she's gonna fight us. Is she still running, or did she stop?
She stopped about 20 feet away from you with her back to the hedgerow. Yeah.
Okay. No. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna use Eldritch Blast. Like that's just gonna be a good way to go on her. Just kind of
All right.
reaction to. I feel like I'm kind of just freaked out at this one. I'm just gonna.
Hell yeah.
Okay, that's an 18 to hit for the first one.
An 18 will hit.
Okay. God, wait, I didn't roll it in the trap. Sorry. Okay, this next one is a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
And the last one is 9 plus 14, so 23 to hit.
23 to hit. All 3 of those will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Hopefully she did. Okay, first one. First one is 2.
2.
Not great.
Okay.
Second, 7.
7. All right.
And the last one is also 7.
7. Hey. 3 solid hits
Yeah,
against
there you go.
this ice princess as she kind of reels as she takes your Eldritch Blast into the shoulder. Shoulder and chest, and just like even now is like almost like doing that Homer Simpson kind of like pushing into the hedgerow without almost instinctively as if trying to flee, like wanting to flee but not also wanting to. You can see a little bit of conflict in her eyes. As we move to the top of the round, I need Theinrith and Heron again to give me D100 rolls, please.
Okay.
Wait.
What?
28.
28. Dynrith?
70.
70. So, okay.
78.
Oh, did you say Von Wheat?
That wait.
Von Wheat. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was like. Did I hear that correctly? Okay.
You hear another crack, and a few moments later hear a as behind you a looks to be almost doorway sized piece of ice falls from farther up the tower. You can see now that there is high up, about 200-ish feet up, you can see a single individual standing on the lip of this cutout of the tower, where you can see inside whatever room would be up there. You see this lumbering mass of bone walking up to it, followed by like a quick flash of like almost this almost sky blue colored light, as this figure is pushed out of that space and into the air. Finn, to you.
Okay. There will be almost like the icicles that we've seen before. Heads and who's the closest? Who's the now that I'm positioned, it's the one that's across the pool or the pond?
No, there's one directly in front of you, and then there's one across the pond from you.
Okay. Yeah, so there'll be this almost like this icicle that forms but bursts into flames and comes down to strike the sister in front of her. I need a deck save. Or sorry, not a deck save. No, it is a deck save. I was correct. Okay.
A dexterity saving throw is only going to be a 9.
Fantastic. So 2d8 of radiant damage plus an additional 1d8 for a blessed strike.
Oh, okay.
That is 12 points of damage.
12. Where did my pen go? There it is. 12
Radiant
points of
damage.
Ugh. That's yucky. That hurts. As it impacts, you can see that bit of grimace on her face before she resolves herself, kind of bringing on this stoic look before bringing her swords up again into a fighting stance. Anything else for your bonus action? Movement.
I don't think so, because obviously I'm not trying to spark an attack of opportunity here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just stand my ground, and there's just like a slight fire within Finn's eyes, where she's now very determined to take this individual on.
All right. Art.
Do I have a chance to get out of my spider nap?
No, you don't. You are asleep. You are sound asleep. And are snoozing away as the battle rages on around you. With that, it will go to Aspen, who's in front of Spider Oak currently, is going to take a swing. Is going to start by taking a swing at you. That's going to be a 21 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And then second strike will be a natural 20. For
Silvery barbs.
Oh, cool. Counterspell. No, I don't have
Hi,
that.
hey, hey, suck my dick.
That would be casting a spell though, so that would
It would release my invisibility. I'm
release.
fully aware of this.
Okay.
It's more important.
All right.
Just
Cool.
imagine you like going back to yourself and you're like right next to their ear.
That would be a 18 to hit then.
Okay, that'll still hit, but better
Okay.
than whatever the natural 20 is going to do to me. First strike will probably take me back to Oak.
Let's see. And if it does, then we would resolve. If the first strike takes you back to Oak, then the second strike, the 18, would be against your armor class.
Yeah.
Like
would tie it.
your Oak armor class. But first strike is going to be 14 points of slashing and 9 points of cold. The 9 would be halved to 5.
So 19 damage total.
19 damage total.
Poof, I am back to Oak.
All right.
And whatever goes over goes to mine, right?
Goes to you, correct.
But I assume do I still get the half damage from at least that first one?
Yes, yeah. The second one you will not. And the second one is going to be 13 points of slashing and 13 points of cold.
All right. And this is just a sword, so okay.
Yeah.
So 26 plus 8, which is what was going over, is painful. That is what that is. Okay.
That's her turn. As she takes those 2 swipes and like now sees your true form. Huh. So my brother finally has found help from the other courts. And with that, we'll pass to Eden.
I'm torn between 2 actions. So Corvus is up-ish. Art's sleeping. Oak's busted out of spider form. Theinrith's looking okay. And Finn's doing all right. Perrin was invisible. Oh shit, there's Perrin. First things first, Eden's just gonna take that bracelet that we had on and is just gonna slough it off to the side of just like there's just like this epic rage building. As Eden's eyes no longer like black out, or nor do they ever change, like the sclera is consistently burgundy all the time now. We don't ever have an unangry phase, but this is Eden's own rage, not borrowed rage. And I think for the time being, we are going to, like, basically, as we cast off this bracelet that is masking kind of what is Eden, essentially, and where Eden is from, as we cast this off into the ground, it, like, bursts into thousands and thousands of tiny little moths that grow and swarm into a ball, and whichever princess is, like, so, okay. There was the one that just attacked Oak.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of a sudden those moths just appear and envelop in a 10-foot radius sphere. And with that, it's basically when they enter it for the first time, that whole thing. So really it doesn't do anything right now, but they'll make dex save later. And obviously the moths are not attacking friendly targets. But in that, should be noted that it is, heavily obscured within that sphere.
Within that sphere? Cool. Good to know.
And
that's inward and outward, correct?
Yeah, it says the area in there is heavily obscured. So it's seeing in or out would probably be difficult at that point. And as nothing is near Eden at the moment, we are going to stand there. Okay. Angrily. With our moth BBs.
Next was the one that previously attacked Perrin, but is currently standing in front of you now, Fanara. She is going to... Nope. So let's do this. Second. Sorry, I made her. No, that's ranged. That's ranged. So we're not gonna do that. So we're just gonna. not making that mistake twice. Yeah, we'll just go with two sword attacks. Because everything else I can't use against an elf. Even a half of an elf. First one that's cocked is going to be a 16 to hit. Second one is going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Dirty 20 dice.
That will be... as she slashes out the first time, you manage to just kind of gracefully sidestep out of the way, but the second, not realizing there was a second sword comes in and swipes across your arm for 13 points of slashing and 7 points of cold.
Okay.
20 points total.
You said 8. No, you said 7 cold.
Yeah. 7 cold, correct.
Okay. Got it.
And with that, she will just kind of ready herself for whatever you're about to throw at her next as we move to Oak.
All right. Oak is completely stone-faced. She's honestly still feeling conflicted about doing this whole assassin thing. But she is just not gonna question this in the heat of battle, so she is gonna swing at the princess in front of her. You just did a whole bunch of damage, Aspen. All right. First attack, dirty 20. Second attack, 21.
Both of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right.
Unless you want to do anything as part of that.
I'm debating if I want to empower one of those. How many spell slots do I have? Yeah, I'll empower one of those attacks with smite.
All right.
Okay, so that is we're wielding this one-handed. Okay, so that will be 2d8 for. Okay, so. Okay, 9, so just the slashing damage is from both attacks. If that is good, I'll just give them together. 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12 plus 5 is 17 slashing damage. Plus, the divine, I'm just trying to, God, it's been so long since I've actually used a smite. Like, how much do I add? It's 2d8, right? Yeah. Another 2d8 radiant damage. That's another 9 radiant damage.
Another 9, damn. As you slash into her, you notice now as you pull your axe back, where you left was at where attacks have been hitting were somewhat reforming, but now you can start to see cracks in the surface of the skin, not just across the midsection where you had cut into, but across the arms as well. As you successfully just kind of hack into this ice princess. Anything else for your turn?
Bonus action, I am casting Shield of Faith on myself.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I will end my turn.
Awesome. The third sister, who is off on the edge of the pool, is going to... Let me see what this does first. Oh yeah, why wouldn't she do this? You watch as she starts incanting and swirling her hands above her head. And as you do, you watch as a cloud forms over Oak and Aspen and who else is there? Finara and the other sister. Or
is it Perrin now?
No, Perrin would be mixed up in this as well. As now large chunks of it starts as like a soft snowfall before the snow turns into what looks like tiny pellets of snow, and then next thing, giant balls of hail begin pelting from the sky above you. Um, the ice around the ice on your at your feet immediately becomes slick, and you feel yourself starting to give way. Um, is that it? There's no damage. Oh, that's yucky. That's fine. Enters. Yeah, if it's enters for the first time or starts its turn there. I need dexterity saving throws from Oak, Perrin, and Finara, as well
Are they
as
within 10 feet of me?
yes, they would be,
Okay, then you get a +2, I believe.
as well as the two sisters.
Your charisma modifier?
One success
Where?
and two successes.
+3 to all saving throws. Yeah. Very
16.
18.
16, 18, and
19.
19. Oak and Finara, you manage to keep your feet. Perrin, you fall prone. And that's her turn. So we'll go to...
So Aspen is the one that's got the moths on him.
Aspen has the moths on him, correct.
Okay, that way I
Aspen
have
has the moths on it. Yeah, Aspen has the moths on her. And then the other two, Talvi and Ira, have not been identified quite yet. I know who they are because I'm keeping track. But with that, both the other sisters keep their footing, but you could see that they both send like this glance over at the one who just cast, like, what the hell are you doing? And she just kind of like holds up her arms, just, I'm trying to give you guys an opening. And we'll move over to you, Perrin.
Half my movement spent to get up. And I should be within striking distance of somebody.
Yes.
Cool.
That would be the one that's currently fighting Oak.
Okay, cool. I get advantage because of silvery barbs.
That you do.
So I will slash out with my short sword. All right, and I get 12 plus 17 to hit.
17 will hit.
Will hit. Great. So that's 1d6 plus 2d6 plus, oh, for fuck's sakes. What's my sneak attack damage now that we do this? Oh, another 2d6. Cool. So
keep the fire damage. Yeah, did you roll for fire damage yet or no?
No, I haven't rolled anything yet. Oh, you want me separate?
Yes, please.
Okay, you got it, bud. Okay, so slashing plus sneak attack is, oh baby, 14, 16 for slashing, piercing and sneak attack, and then fire damage will be, holy heck, 11.
11. And as you slash through, it begins to melt like a hot knife through butter, as your flaming short sword does significant. At least the flaming portion does significantly more damage than you thought it would, and the ice princess that you are facing eyes go wide as she now begins to back up, like is starting to like you put the fear into her
I
as she
have
sees
I have
herself melting.
I have another part of my my attack, technically speaking.
Okay,
Because that other princess is within 30 feet, correct?
correct.
Hey Meg, remember this? As I slice through the first princess, the death wail of that princess escapes her and rushes towards her sister and hits her in like the face, and they watch as her ears start to bleed as the wails from her grave begins to affect her.
All right,
And um she will just take 2 points of necrotic damage.
that's fine. 2 points of necrotic damage is enough to make her make a Constitution saving throw, which she succeeds.
I
But
mean, I would hope.
I would hope. Listen, she needs a 10 or higher. Um, anything else for your turn?
Um, yeah, I'm watching this whole thing unfold in front of me. I think Perrin, like Perrin's always been confident, been very brave, big brave boy. But Perrin like takes the sword and sees the reaction and just drops the tip of the sword in the snow and just starts walking towards her, like just dragging the flame through the snow as it melts, and just the smile that creeps across his face is so absolutely sickening. um and as that ends, I think I have a bonus action still, and Perrin will go like, as he's looking at her, will just be like, Corvus. And I'm going to cast Healing Word
All right.
at third level.
I'll take a little extra healing.
Come
That's so
out and
Um,
play.
that's exactly it. So at third level, that's 1, 2, so 3, 4, 7, 11 points of healing to Corvus. And Perrin will move 30 feet, and if that puts him in melee with that next princess, he's just gonna walk right up on her,
You
no question.
That's fine. You will take an attack of opportunity from the one that is right next to you. But I
Sure.
imagine you're doing that because you don't give a shit. That's gonna be a 17 to hit
Oh yeah,
for.
no silvery bars on
I
that.
use my reaction to swap places.
Sure, you can use your reaction to swap places. Now 17 doesn't. Well, this would
or
it would have to be willing. So if Perrin's willing, unless Perrin wants to get to this other.
Oh yeah, that's right. No, I think that Oak definitely goes to like throw the switch, and there's just like there's no connection to Baron in that moment. Just because he's so driven to just move forward. So he'll
All
take
right.
the hit.
All right, you'll take 4 points of slashing, and
I will say that it does
4 points.
not say willing. I'm just gonna make that clear.
I'm gonna
Oh
say
yeah?
I'm gonna treat it as forced movement though. So if the person isn't willing, then make a
Sure. I'll
make
do
a
whatever you
wisdom
want.
save make a wisdom saving throw against Fenara's spell save DC.
Oh yeah, thanks for giving me the bonding, sis.
Oh my god, he
Yeah.
gets it.
19.
All right.
So yeah,
Uh,
it's just Perrin, just like eyes down, shadow, just moving forward. He'll take that hit. So 4 piercing.
4 piercing and 11 cold.
Yep. And you just watch as Perrin, like the hit hits Perrin, no reaction. Fucking no sells the shit out of it. But there's a giant gash in his back. that is oozing this like thick black ichor.
Oh my gosh, I almost just did what I did. I almost just did to Feinrith what I did the very first turn with this Ice Princess. And I like thought about it and I'm like, wait, no, she's a Ladrin. Can't do that. So the Ice Princess up against the hedges eyeing you is going to point to the other three and say, those are the three you're after. You can let me go. My brother only wants them, right? Talking to you, Theinrith.
What is your name?
Eleonora.
I'm gonna inside check this. Can I inside check?
Do it.
I don't believe this bitch. No. Okay, wait, okay. I don't think my insight's super great. Oh no, okay, that's a 15. She could totally be lying.
A 15? You believe her. Yeah, you believe her.
Oh no, that's not reassuring at all. You, I mean, I don't want to kill innocent people just because. Is it still her turn or is it my turn?
It's her turn.
Okay.
But you can respond.
I mean, shit. I don't know. I don't know what to do here. I mean, I suppose I can trust your. I don't know. I don't fucking know you. Ah.
Just because you believe that's her name doesn't mean you believe she won't go tell people.
While you're in the middle of this Old West style showdown, we will move to Corvus.
Okay. So, because I've been paralyzed, I've been trying to keep track of everything going on. Who's left?
All of them. There's one in an orb of moths. There is one that has been already starting to crack. Or there's one that's starting to crack. Oh, did I do that to the wrong one? I did that to the wrong one. My bad. Hang on.
I guess which one's closest to me?
Yeah, sorry.
More important, no. Which one is the one that froze me?
The one that froze you is the one covered in moths right now.
And the moths hurt whoever, regardless, right?
No. Eden can choose.
Yeah, that one time they attacked you was because Liren told me everybody was bad.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, she paralyzed me, so like, yeah, she's got to go.
The one in the moths is just in the moths. You can't really see. The one that you just kind of out of the periphery of your vision saw Perrin slash through is not only cracking and breaking, but is melting.
But I know that she's in the moths, and I know that she's in the middle of the moths.
You know, there's one in the middle of them. Yeah, there's one in the middle of the moths, and there's one that's starting to melt within your immediate range.
It doesn't create like, is it like heavily obscured in there? Is that how the moths work?
Yeah.
I don't want to step in there because then it's disadvantage for me, I think, because it's heavily obscured for everyone. Fine. So with the breaking one is closer, other than the moth one?
Yep. That one's within about 15, 20 feet of you. And then there's the one that Perrin walked toward, who is probably about 50 feet from you.
All right. I'm going to the closest one, not moth, 25 foot cracking. And we're going to rush up and we're going to go ahead and we're going to go and try to shatter with a punch.
Go for it.
I'm a monk. I don't do much. I punch, and I punch again.
Thank you for taking my very easy setup. I appreciate you.
Yeah. The dice would roll. There we go. Does a 17 hit?
A 17 hits.
And I was incapacitated, so my astral self, I realize, isn't, but my celestial and my eldritch mark are all still active, so we're going to be doing 2d6 plus 4. That's going to be 12 points of damage, and I need a con save.
Ooh, 12 points of damage. And a con save. Con is gonna be a 9.
Fails. Stunned.
All right.
We're going for...
I will let her... I will, as her reaction, have her do... She's gonna, like, as she's locking up, is going to glare at you, and I need a dexterity saving throw. Or, sorry, constitution saving throw.
Is this a reaction?
Yes.
So the stunning prevents reaction.
It would be on reaction to your hit. So it would pop off.
Not the stun, just the hit.
Not the stun, just the hit. So, like, as you hit her, the stun is going into effect, and she's, like, turning her head, glaring at you, and then is locking up. So the lock will happen, but the reaction will still go off.
I don't like that. All right, what is it?
Constitution saving throw.
The 12?
12. Will fail, so you will take 16 points of cold damage as she frigid rebukes you.
Hold on. Nope, that's not gonna do what I need to do. Double checking.
Eddie, what the fuck did you just send me? You're gonna need to explain. Did you just Wikipedia this shit?
Oh no, I'm just saying that, ice spiders do hibernate.
Oh my goodness.
Wait, this is so you legit okay. What?
So
Where the fuck?
I'm wondering if there's a chance for me to wake up is all.
Is that within the stat block?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that in real life? Is that a real life thing? Is that a real life thing? Or like
well, it's on the page that we agreed was the stats we were using.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Hybrid.
If it was if it was on there, that's fine. Yeah, when it gets to your turn, you need what it says. Yeah, that would count.
As long as they're close enough to me. But
go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and reactively roll to it. Yeah.
Nope.
With advantage.
I'll wait till my next one though.
Cool.
So that's going to be a 21 for the next hit.
Oh, second hit? Yeah, go. Yep, that will hit.
We're going to add in the radiant as well. So that's going to be plus 4 plus 3, 17 damage.
How do you kill the first sister?
I very specifically am going to try and do like a punch, and I'm going to do like the flash of trying to vibrate my hand with the key synchronized to get in there and just make as many cracks as possible and then just solidify my hand because I am breaking all the ice.
As you punch, goes through the body, sending this reverberation, this shockwave through it, and this scream is let out just at the last moment as the glass shatters, and you can't tell, or the ice shatters, and you can't tell if it's the shattering of the ice or if it's her scream that made that noise.
It all sounds good to me. As there's one that I can still see, and I'm going over.
You have a really big penis. God, I fucking hate people with stupid fucking sports cars. Sorry.
I thought she was yelling that when I killed her. And I was like,
nope, that was not toward you. Not toward you, not at all.
I mean, look, a spiteful ice princess. I mean, okay.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I'm rushing to the other one that is not in the moths.
Rushing to the... Okay, so the one that Perrin's by. Cool. What's your movement?
55 feet.
Oh, then fuck yeah, you can get there. 100%. Okay. You're now standing side by side with Perrin.
And we're gonna go ahead with some flurry of blows.
All right, go ahead. Next attack.
That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
That is going to be 16 points of damage.
16.
And I need a con save.
Con save is gonna fail.
Also
you're
stunned.
I'm gonna do the same thing as last time. So she's also gonna glare at you. It worked out so well last time. So another Constitution saving throw for me.
That is a 14.
A 14. You'll take 7 points of cold damage.
You know what? I'm at 1 HP. That's all that matters. I'm still up.
There you go. And you have one more flurry of blow attack, I believe.
Yep. We're gonna go for it.
Oh yeah.
And it's at advantage because stunned. It's a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Or that's going to be 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. You, in quick succession, just punch after punch are locking these opponents into place. They are frozen, but not by, not in the sense of ice. They're just frozen from your sheer focus and ability to pinpoint where on their bodies will get them to lock up. Anything else for you, Corvus?
That's all I can do.
Theinrith. What would you like to do?
I empathize with your situation and I appreciate your pleas. But I have people that I have to protect. And she kind of looked back at Art, just kind of there on the ground. So, I'm sorry. And she's going to do
as a reaction.
Oh shit.
I was hoping you were better. And is going to quickly breathe out, and as she does, this mist, this mist of ice and snow will move from her mouth toward you as she casts fog around you.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And you are now blinded. You still have your movement and whatnot, but you can do with that as you will.
Okay, so I'm blinded.
Correct.
Who has blind sight within 10 feet? A spider?
Yeah. But she's like a good she's like a good 15, 20 feet away from you. So she's not and that I believe only had, well, I'm not going to tell you what the radius is, but you see this come out and fill up the space around you.
So this is surrounding me or her?
You.
Oh.
Yeah, she cast it on you, on your the space around you.
Okay. Oh, I can't see though. Dang it. Okay. I guess I will. Oh, so about how far away from me was she before
We'll say 20 feet.
I'm gonna. What is my movement speed? I think it is 30. I am gonna sprint ahead until I can see.
All right. You run, and it's. I think that's only a 10.
Just until, as soon as I see something, I stop.
20-foot radius. So I'd say you clear the space. It lets out and you're maybe about 5 feet away from her.
Okay.
But at this point, you can see she started even to inch further back into the hedgerow.
Okay. Okay, so at this moment, I can only use anything that is melee. We'll see. She's so close.
Yeah, melee or touch or a saving throw. I mean, you could use a ranged spell, but it'd be a disadvantage.
Can I? Okay, wait. Okay, I would like to use my bonus action and phase step about 15 feet to the right or to the left. Either is it
Yep.
like open space?
You can go to the left. Yeah.
I'd like to do that to the left.
All right.
And then a jump to the right. Sorry.
One hop this time.
Crisscross.
How bad in shape is she right now? Like, do I think we can do a substantial amount of damage to take her out, or like
you've done all of the damage to her. She looks cracked.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Blight at a 5th level again and use my other slot.
It's hands on your knees, Eddie. Hands on your knees. Hands on your knees.
No, you just bring your knees in tight.
What?
But it's the pelvic thrusts. That
Thank
really
you,
drives
Eddie.
insane.
When is there a pelvic thrust in the cha-cha slide?
That
Let's
wasn't
do
what
the
I was
time
saying.
warp
Time
again.
Again.
Oh no.
Okay.
So we were all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh gosh.
2 different songs, buddy.
What do I need to do for that?
Okay. Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. How does a 17 sound?
That actually beats it. That meets it. So.
All right. So half damage.
See. So it's gonna be 48 necrotic damage.
Oh my gosh! I thought you just said 48, and I was like, oh
No,
god.
no, gosh, no! If I could do that, that'd be insane. That'd be so cool. Okay, let's see. 5, 3, a 1, and a 4. 8. Math is hard. 13. Okay.
13.
Gosh. That's all I got.
You send another, just kind of these veins of cracked ice through her, as she like looks at you in fear and says, "You don't have to let him control you. You have a choice." And then we'll go anything else. Oh no, that was your bonus action, and movement. So we'll move to the top. I need Theinrith and Perrin to both roll D100s for me.
It is a 57. I don't know if that's good or bad. I just put it there.
82.
82. That floating figure above you, you watch as another figure makes this almost running leap to go towards that figure, and the hands come up and above the head and just like two-handed slam down into its back, and like a comet, this individual that was leaping in the air just goes before landing in the courtyard below. You can see a depression of rock or of ice and rubble. You watch as this lumbering skeletal figure lashes out with this, what looks to be almost a sickle of bone and metal. It lashes into the shoulder of the individual, who just yanks it, and this giant skeleton lumbers forward as if not expecting it, and it too falls before landing on the ground or hitting the ground and just shattering into hundreds of pieces. The depression left excuse me, left by it, revealing the Lord of Bones in significant pain. And the figure starts to lower itself. You watch as it pulls the sickle out of their chest and drops it, and it falls to the ground. And as the Ice Queen begins to lower, we'll take a quick break so I can stop coughing.
Get some water.
Yes. We're going to do our thing. You go do yours, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes ish.
But more importantly, balls.
Welcome back, friends.
Balls? What? What are you like?
You didn't say anything. Wow, we are out of practice. Wow.
No, I mean, I don't want to overdo balls. You know, you gotta like keep them guessing.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm always saying balls, like people aren't gonna like be excited when I say balls.
Spider butt is a good suggestion.
Spider butt is a good suggestion. I like that one. Speaking of spider butt, as you watch, or as you see the Queen of Winter descending from the skies above, the groans and beginnings of shufflings from the Prince of Frost and the Lord of Bones. Fenara, it is your turn. The one that is in front of you now melted and gone completely.
So the one in front of me is gone.
Correct. There is currently one that is being tag teamed by Corvus and Perrin.
Okay.
And then another that is being swarmed by moths, and a third that is still being attacked by Thynrith.
Okay, but
Way
none
off.
are.
That one's way off to your left.
Okay, but none are near Oak.
None are None are in immediate vicinity of you or Oak. Yeah.
But as far as the line of vision, Corvus right now, will I see like the state that Corvus is in?
Oh yeah, Corvus is looking very rough. You can see tons of little like cuts and scrapes from where the ice blades have cut, and a couple of larger gashes as well. And he's looking really, really rough.
How far? But close enough where I can get to.
Yeah, he's within, I think, 30 feet of you. So you can run up to him if you need to.
Yes, I'm actually. You'll see where, like, once I, like, obviously, like, I think that seeing my brother go full, just, like, dark, like, brooding, like, come at me, bro. And then this like, so my attention is kind of in that direction, and he's heading towards Corvus, and I see the state that Corvus is in.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that is when like all of a sudden she kind of snaps out of it. Avandra, lend me your strength, please. Let me help my friend. And then she's going to in that moment, when she kind of grasps her hands together, it's almost like she almost kind of gets set ablaze in a way. So it's almost like this fire, that's this blue fire that's around her as she walks forward. She is doing her channel divinity, Balm of Peace, to go and heal her friend Corvus.
All right.
That's in front of her. And it does not provoke opportunity attacks. So that is also too why I did that. Okay, and then that's 2d6 plus 5 for healing. Okay, that is going to be 13 points of healing to Corvus.
Damn.
I'll need it.
Anything else for you?
Um,
As this fire, as you walk past Corvus, the fire
yeah,
almost leaps off
yeah,
your body and onto Corvus.
yeah. It's almost like once she reaches Corvus, like she'll like put her hands like on his shoulders to like kind of transfer that energy in order to heal him. Um, and for you, it doesn't feel like fire. It almost you just feel that kind of like, you know, it's almost refreshing in a weird way because it shouldn't feel like that, but it does feel like fresh breeze, like sea water breeze. Um, and you feel more relaxed. Um, and oh my goodness. Uh, okay. Question. Because I'm trying to figure out the technical side of this because I always forget this. For channel divinity, because is that separate from like where I would I be able to cast a first level spell or would that have canceled it out? I'm pretty sure I should be able to, but I may be wrong.
Is it your bonus action to do that, or was that your action? Or
It
I
is
think channel divinity is action.
That's an action. This is a bonus action.
You could
that
use
I'm
your
doing.
bonus action to cast a leveled spell, yes, because you haven't cast a spell yet, so that would
Right. And in doing so, that fire, it doesn't go away. So it's almost like it is now engulfed Corvus. I'm doing Shield of Faith over Corvus as
Ooh.
well.
All right. Oh yeah.
And then that is now, those are my actions.
Perfect. Art, go ahead and roll and see if you wake up, please.
All right. Well, to that note, were they within 30 feet of me? Because that's the triggering factor when they were moving. They moved
Yeah.
within 30 feet of me.
Yeah.
Then yes. If we're going with that,
there's
that
been
would have been enough.
movement not only by the Ice Princess but by Thynrith, so you're good either way.
Okay, then if that's the case, then that would have been enough to trigger me waking up.
Cool. Cool. Then you are up, but you are in a cloud of fog.
Cool. Are they within 10 feet of me?
Are they within 10 feet of you? They are not. They're just inside. Yeah.
Cool. I only asked because I have blind sight up to 10 feet.
No.
Cool.
No, they're just on the edge of it.
All right. So I'm waking up. There's a cloud of fog around me. Is that all that I'm seeing at the moment, or is there anything else that's
correct? Yeah,
I've missed
because Thynrith is nowhere to be. Like that, you don't sense Thynrith anywhere around you. When prior she was right behind you. Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna scuttle forward then and try to figure out where things are.
All right. I'd say
when you sense anything as I'm scuttling.
As you scuttle forward, you can sense the Ice Princess about, as you're moving forward, she gets within that 10-foot range of yours, and you are able to pick her out. And then you also, actually, no, you wouldn't get Thynrith. You still have not gotten any sense of Thynrith, though.
Okay, so what I would like to do, since I theoretically should have enough movement to do a decent amount of this, I would like to stay just far enough away from the Ice Princess to keep scuttling and try and see if I can get a bead on Thynrith. If I can't by the time I'm running out, basically kind of like circling around them almost. Mm-hmm. If I can't find them in that circle, then I'll go ahead and finish the rest of my movement to get into combat range.
Are you going left or right?
Let's say, I guess if I'm going that, let's say right.
Right. All right. So you curl to the right. As you do, you eventually, you get the sense that following that kind of curvature, staying within range of the Ice Princess, you continue to not feel Thynrith. Yeah, you continue to not feel Theinrith. What was I going to say? But you can at that point close in on the Ice Princess, which at that point, once you get within 5 feet of her, you'll be out of the fog, and you'll be able to see that Theinrith is over on the other side of her, about 20 feet away.
Got it. Good. Okay. At least I know where they are now, so I can rest easy there. And well, now that I have that set at ease, I bite.
Go ahead and bite.
Hey, that's a much better number than a 1.
A 2.
That's gonna no, that's gonna be a 23 to hit.
A 23 will hit.
I'm gonna need our princess to make a con save, please.
Con save. That's gonna be a 16.
16 saves, so she does not take bonus poison damage, and I do a whopping total of 5 bite damage.
She takes half the poison
She
damage.
takes half the poison.
Oh, does she? Oh, you're right. Excuse me.
So
That's a much happier thing. So 5 bite damage, and okay. That's gonna be, math is hard. 5 additional poison damage.
All right, there we go. As you bite into her, there's almost a sense of like, there's this pain in her eyes as she has been fighting or struggling to kind of not only get out of this situation, but just like continuously pull herself back, only to get pulled into more and more more and more conflict. Theinrith, you can at this point see in her eyes, you can see in her eyes that like that fear of death. As we move, Art, is that all for your turn?
Yeah, I believe I've used up all my movement, and I don't have a bonus action, so yep.
All right. Then we'll move to Aspen. Aspen, who's in the orb of moths. I have to do Constitution saving throw to start it? No?
Dex.
Dex? Nope. That's a fail. Oh, wait. This is magic. Hang on. Dex would be 18.
Fuck. You beat it, but it still takes half of rolling damage. Half of 19, so 9 points
9 points.
of piercing as the little moths go. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh.
All right. She is then going to... Aaron's away. Finara's away. There's only Oak there and Eden. She's going to run at you, Eden. Given the moths. And like you watch as she like slashes through the moths to just kind of open that little bit of a pathway for herself to make her way towards you. And notices you and your presence. I don't know who you serve, but whoever they are, they would definitely not want to mess with my mother. As she like glances up above, I'm giving you one chance to stand down and go home.
I mean, Eden's just standing there currently not moving, like not reacting. Like we're not moving the swarm of moths right now because it's her turn, so I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
But Eden is just listening. Eden is definitely like pausing and thinking. That is definitive.
Of that statement, or just in general, like zoning
Like
out?
of the statement. Like Eden is definitely like Eden's not good at hiding expressions. We're thinking about it. Because like Eden is looking at the state of everybody.
She will move up to you and not get in your face, but get within your space. And just prepare herself for any action. And we will move from her to you, Eden. Oh, actually, you're next. Yeah, so this is perfect.
May I use my free action to ask a quick question?
Sure.
So you don't know?
Know what?
Winter's night.
And her eyes widen a little. How do you know that?
Because he's always with me. And then Eden will pull the swarm of moths up, and I will be casting Summon Fae right behind Aspen.
Okay.
As basically the moths just like dive into the snow right behind Aspen. And like I'm assuming we're gonna go with like this burgundy like smoke starts to pour out and this briar patch kind of forms, and at least for the time being, like Eden is muttering something like under her breath and almost telepathically that is almost impossible for anybody to distinguish because it's just kind of gurgled. And like coming up out of the briar is this weird, it's almost like the blights that we've seen before, but is somehow weirdly shaped like a moth, with rose petals serving as like wings and things. And there's just like this smoke as it is fuming. This burgundy smoke kind of pouring out of like its mouth as it is now behind Aspen. And Eden will just say to the summoned Fae, "Protect me." And then Eden will do nothing and will stand there.
Roll a persuasion check with advantage.
Is this for the Fae? Because it serves what I want it to. Like if it's the summoned Fae, then it does what I say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's for the thing that you've been messaging me about the entire session.
Okay. But I'm so good at persuasion. But that's a natural 20 minus 1.
Okay.
That's a natural 20 minus 1. But yeah, anyways, we just do that. But yeah, Eden is going to just stand back.
You watch a response as you say that. The wings of the moth begin to kind of curl in on itself. This foam or smoke coming from its mouth beginning to kind of roil around the entirety of the body as the wings fold in and turn almost into a cocoon. You summoned an egg? That was it?
Sure. But I'm lifting no finger against you. You said to not fight you, right? You're giving chance to run?
I'm giving you a chance to run, yes.
Then I've done nothing. I'm waiting for my companions.
She, like, the logic and the reasoning out, like, to her, just, you could see this look of infuriation on her face. As she just kind of, like, moves her short swords to point, or her ice swords to point at the ground on either side of her. As she turns and stares at this cocoon. Oak, it is your turn. You see Eden and this ice princess that you know is Aspen have this face off before she turns around to look at the cocoon that is now formed out of this bramble behind her. Off to your right, you can see Corvus and Perrin fighting a second ice princess, while Thynrith and Spider Art are still going strong over by the hedgerow. What would you like to do?
Well, we made a deal that ostensibly we cannot break. And at least if I want the things I want, I gotta trade somebody else's life for my sister, so Oak is going after Aspen.
All right. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Do it. Eden's just like, okay.
All right, that is a +7, an 18, and a 20 something.
Those will both hit.
Great.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Great. The first one I'm going to use my last first level slot and empower with Searing Smite. So that will do fire damage in addition.
Cool.
Okay,
I mean,
so
not
that's
cool, but you know.
6 slashing damage and 5 fire damage, and she needs to roll, I believe, a Constitution. She's now set aflame, and she will need to roll a save on her turn.
On her turn?
Yeah.
Cool. She is on fire. And,
okay, and
immolated and screaming at this point as she is melting. Yeah.
Yeah. Second attack does 12 slashing damage.
12 slashing damage.
Or bludgeoning damage, I guess. What is this?
It's axe. I think I might have done piercing because it was it's
right,
the
it's piercing.
stack, from the golden stack. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as it strikes in and begins to create more of these puncture wounds in the body, and cracks are shooting up in every direction, the flaming body of this ice princess is melting profusely.
So we'll say, I'm sorry. To who she doesn't know.
Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
All right. The ice princess in front of you, Perrin, and Corvus is going. Oh wait, no, is stunned. How long are they stunned till? Is it until the start of your next turn? So they can't do anything. I don't think.
No, turn ends.
Until the end of my next turn.
Yeah. All right. Well, she can't do anything. So it goes to you, Perrin.
And that smile on Perrin's face just grows ever deeper. And Perrin in front of her drags this, plops the sword at her feet, knowing her eyes can move at least. And like little Zorro, just PH as he just pulls back and shoves it right into her stomach.
All right, go ahead.
Bernard can see all of this, by the way, because she's right there
with advantage.
Yeah. For being stunned, I swear to God, if you get a natural 20.
Bernard's eyes are just.
No, not a natural 20. I actually did not roll very well. I rolled a 3 and then a 4.
Oh no!
So I don't think this is actually going to hit. You know what I can do though? I am, as one might say, lucky. So I'm going to burn one of those.
Okay.
That is at least better than a 4. 19 total.
A 19 will hit.
Okay. You said save the fire, right?
Yeah, fire to the side, or at least declare what the fire is for me.
Yep. Okay. So piercing and sneak attack is not as great this time. 7.
Okay.
And then fire is 9.
9.
As the blade comes out of her stomach, the cry of her sister comes back out again. And she will take 2 points of necrotic damage. Is there another princess?
Aspen is still within 30 feet of you guys.
So the princess I just stabbed also takes this 2 point of necrotic damage, but so does Aspen 30 feet away.
How much is it, you said?
Just 2 2 points
Just
of
2?
necrotic damage.
Cool. All right. You slice through her. The initials you leave burning and melting away. Parts of her icy flesh. The wails echoing throughout this space, throughout the garden. No, not you.
So as he pulls out the sword from her stomach, does she look about as rough as the first one that I slashed?
She's looking cracked and melting and dismayed as well, I would say. That level of fright in her that this flaming sword is now just cutting through her like butter.
Perrin looks back over to, because there's still another princess just not too far away from here. Perrin looks at Corvus and just says, "Finish it." And then again, just drops the sword into the snow, dragging it across, and just moves to this new princess. And as he walks, like his neck and his like head starts to twitch, and I'm gonna start searching for a story, and I'm gonna burn a bonus action to find a tale. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, cool. I can't do it. I have to use it as an action on my next turn, or
Cool.
on any turn into the next minute. But that's that.
I mean, it's going to take you a minute to get over to where Theinrith and Art are, so
Yep, totally.
You got time. Hell yeah. With that, it moves to the Ice Princess that Art you are in front of. Art, she looks down at you, and you can see her eyes have this like slight glaze to them, almost as if a tear is trying to emerge. And she says, I don't want to do this. I want to leave. Those are the ones you want. And she's gonna try to step away from you, Art.
You know, your poison fangs would just, if you drop her to 0 from the poison.
Yes.
It doesn't actually kill her.
The thing is, I'm trying to think if I know that. Do I know enough about ice spiders to know that I could? You know what? No. Here's what. I am going to Can I use my web as an attack of opportunity?
Is it an attack? Like,
yes.
Then yeah.
Okay.
It would be a disadvantage though because you're in melee range and it's technically a ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd allow it.
We're gonna leave this one to fate because Art's undecided on this. We're gonna go with a Umbloculus coin flip here. Yeah, we're spitting web at them.
All right. So what do I need to do? No, you make an attack roll, don't you?
I make an attack roll.
Cool.
That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
A 23 will hit. That's with disadvantage.
Sorry, yeah, I just realized that. That's gonna be instead a 18 to hit.
An 18 will still hit. So you, as she backs away, you shoot this. Shoot your web at her and covering and coating and pulling her to the ground.
And she is restrained while in the webbing.
Yeah. In response, she screams out this "No!" And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
This is SpiderCon, right? Because I
Correct.
think int, whiz, and charisma stay mine, but strength, dex, and con are spider, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Right. Okay. Spider con, that is a 12.
A 12. You're going to take 11 points of cold damage, which will be reduced to 5 for you.
5 cold damage.
And then it will move to Corvus's turn.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna. She's still stunned until the end of my turn, so I'm gonna do what any sane person would do, and I'm going to punch
All right.
because there's no other choice.
Yeah, go ahead and punch.
Stunned, advantage. That is going to be 19 to hit.
A 19 will hit.
We're still doing a good old 2d6 plus the 4.
What's the
That's gonna
other
be
6 from? The other 6 is from your Ace
the
War or
Eldritch
from
Tattoo.
The Eldritch Tattoo, gotcha.
So 7 plus the 4 is going to be 11 points of damage.
Okay.
And we're going to pump the 3 radiant in there from the celestial form.
Okay.
She's still standing, so we're going to do it again
All right.
with advantage. It's going to be a 25 to hit.
25 will hit. Excuse me.
That's going to be 10 points of damage.
10 points. How do you shatter your second Ice Princess?
We're going to maintain the same tactic. This time, I'm going to very specifically try as I vibrate my hand through, surge my key into the same marks that Perrin made so that she feels the burning pH one more time before
kind of just instinctively like double punch into the center of the Ice Princess's chest, your hands reverberating, and as you kind of just like rip and pull them to the side, the torso shatters, followed by this as the rest of the body just kind of breaks and splinters and then shatters into a million pieces and a scream.
Then we are going to. How far is the last, the one that froze me?
The one that froze you?
Yep.
That's the one. That one is about 30-ish feet away from you.
Still no longer in the moths, right?
No longer in the moth. The moths are gone, and in place you can see this floating like maroon colored cocoon that is wrapped around by bramble, or encased in bramble. Would be a better way to describe it.
I am going to. Yeah, I'm gonna rush her because that's what we're gonna do here.
Okay.
I'm gonna rush and attack.
Go for it.
It's a regular attack. Ooh, that's gonna be a 9
to hit. A 9 will not hit.
Yeah, I'm not gonna burn the extra, but we're still gonna keep the flurry going. And that's a 21.
21 will hit.
That's gonna be minimal, almost minimal. That's gonna be 7 points, and obviously I need a con save.
A con save will be a 15 to hit. Or 15, sorry, not to hit.
Going to fail.
So she is stunned.
She's stunned to the end of my next turn, but that is all for my action bonus action, and I'm going to stay right next to her.
All right. Feinrith, you watched as Art shot a web containing the Ice Princess Eleonora trying to escape. What would you like to do?
I would first like to use. Can I use my free action to talk to Art?
Sure.
Okay. Are we not going for the kill here?
He holds up 2 spidery legs.
Oh, well, that's helpful. All right. Let's see. If we're not going for the kill, there's a few things. Fuck it. All right. She's just gonna.
Punch her in the face.
I know. Would I happen to know
Roadhouse.
Do I happen to know how hardy that web is? Like, how do I think it'll actually hold her for a while, or do I think she'll be able to get out of it pretty easily? Based on what I know, just
I would say the web seems pretty hardy. Yeah.
she's a little too scary. I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast on her again.
All right, go ahead and make 3 attack rolls.
Okay, the first one's a 24 to hit.
24 will hit. And you would have advantage on these attacks because she's restrained.
Okay, still 24 for the first one. Good.
Okay.
Second one. Okay, that's a dirty 20 for that one.
Okay.
That was good. Yes. And then that's a 26 to hit for the last one.
All of those hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. It is 1d10, so it's going to be 3d10. Okay. First one is 10.
Okay.
Second one is 3.
Okay.
And then the last one is 7. And that is just force damage.
How do you kill this ice princess?
Oh, that's so sad. I feel so bad though, because we didn't know she was actually that bad. I guess I don't know. It's a really hesitant, like, fuck it, I guess. So I guess I'll just kind of like the little blast will just kind of really shittily make their way over there and just kind of, it's really messy. It looks terrible. It's not great.
Can't even offer her a beautiful death.
Wow. She's like still barely alive, just bleeding out. She's like, end me. No, the Eldritch Blasts lace out and almost like small missiles until they detonate right on impact in different portions of this princess's body, to the point where it would be able to shatter mostly completely, the head kind of staring with its mouth agape, like shock of death as it takes her.
Oh, I feel like a terrible person, all right? And I'm gonna look around. Where's the next princess?
As you turn around, now is when you notice that the first thing you see is these 2 craters behind you. One with the Prince of Frost like slowly starting to stand up, like on one knee, beginning to stand. The other, you can see this rolling over body of the Lord of Bones beginning to stand as well, and above them, now close to landing on the ground or on the grounds of this garden, the Ice Queen herself.
Oh shit! All right. Yeah, where's the are they still isn't there one more princess left?
There's one more princess off to the side that you can see is surrounded by Eden and Corvus and this cocoon of briar and maroon mist.
And she's also on fire.
Okay,
Oh,
question.
and Oak's there too. Yes, Oak's there too.
This cocoon, would it happen to look like the brambles and things from Hale's?
This gives you an odd shiver, as it does. It is similar to the brambles in which you fucked around and found out with back with your time with Hale.
All right, I'm staying the fuck away from that. How far is the Prince of Frost and the Lord of Bones? How far is that from us?
From you, maybe about 40 or so feet.
Ah, shit. I will stay exactly where I am, and that will be it for now. I will wait and see what happens.
All right.
Your accent came out.
What?
I need a D100 roll from Theinrith and Perrin, please.
Ooh, okay, that's not great. That's a 33.
49.
49. The Lord of Bones stands up and moves to grab his scythe. As he does, the Ice Queen, or the Queen of Winter, now on the ground, just shoves a foot into his back and sends him sprawling before walking over and picking up the scythe. She turns to face her son. You abomination. How dare you think you can take my throne? How dare you think, after I've allowed you to live in this palace, that you could take it from me? And she steps up and plunges the scythe into his chest, splitting him in two. As the body falls, thuds to the ground. Theinrith, you look down, and at your feet, a puddle is beginning to form. Your hands, that frost that always seemed to cling to you, starting to melt away. And then you realize it's not just you or the frost, but it's you. Art, you can see almost the entirety of Theinrith's body beginning to melt. As when her patrons when her patron dies, so is she. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Yo.
Thank you guys for watching. There are only...
What you got against Megan?
Nothing. She was the one who wanted to make a pact with the warlock, and I need to make it kind of fun. Thank you guys for watching. We only have a few more sessions left before this story will come to a close. We're going to quickly go around the horn and again, reintroduce ourselves to y'all and tell us what we're doing and where you can find us. Starting with Taryn.
I'm Taryn. Logan just killed my sister in front of me. We'll get revenge later, but you can catch me on the socials as Valrook. Like I haven't killed her before. Anyways, but yeah, no, you can catch me there. All of the updates. You can also follow me at @UO_dice on the Instagram as well. I am picking that back up. I'm working on new molds soon because I have medium dice. Not regular size dice, not small dice. Medium. And for some reason, yeah.
Is that even our normal dice medium sized?
No, they're between those and tiny dice. And I love that for some reason. Yeah, they're medium dice.
Medium.
They're smalls.
I don't know why, but they make me happy. So those will be happening soon. You can catch me on Mondays on Modifius streaming Fallout, where I play a good old boy who has a quote-unquote crush on Piper, a, journalist who writes a lot about synths. And as a synth character, I'm sure that doesn't have any merit or importance. Beyond that, pay attention because I am working on writing projects and other things, and at some point in the summer I will be running more spooky things. So if you enjoyed the spooky one-shot that we did previously, or if you've seen me do other stuff, stay tuned, because I'm ready to scare the pants off of my friends after we have our hearts broken and Logan kills everybody. Moving on.
I am also a DM who has killed Megan. Sorry, my name's Renee, and I'm one half of Dragon Rock RPG Design. You can find us on Facebook and Twitter at Dragon Rock RPG, and on Instagram at Dragon Rock RPG Design. We're working on monks. Those are coming soon. Jordan's played one of them. And if you've been up to date with X-Men 97, there's a particular individual who's being homaged in things. So keep your eyes out for that. That should be fun. Other than that, I am here and nowhere else. And I don't think that's going to change anytime soon. I don't know what you're pointing at me for. So just tell your story. Tell people who you are, pretty lady. Jesus.
I said yes. Yet, because I'm sure you're going to be doing something awesome because you always are. So stop that. Anyway, hi, I play that one's sister, Fanara, who is alive. Woo! Yes, I'm Uti
Wow,
Hime,
quote about it in
UTA.
front of the dead person.
Well, I had been saying last night, the reason why I'm doing this is because if anybody was joining us for Fallout, I said I was going to die, and I'm alive. So that was a surprise to me, little old me. But I'm so sorry, Megan. I am not a DM and GM yet, but
That's good, Megan.
maybe stay soon. Stay tuned because you never know if there might be some special little campaign that is here on the Red Hair Inn in the future with me as GM, possibly. We don't know. But anyways, if you want to follow me on social media, UTAHIME, Utahime Cosplay, pretty much everywhere except on the app formerly known as Twitter. You can find me at Brianna DeCoster there. I'm a cosplayer. I host events. I'm also up to lots of tabletop shenanigans like Mondays. You can catch me over on our Winter Battle campaign on Modifius. And also tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time for our Dune campaign over on Modifius as well. There's going to be some announcements soon. So stay tuned because also too, I am a Magic the Gathering player and cosplayer, and I'm going to be doing some fun stuff, wiping the dust off of my YouTube channel to bring you guys some how to play stuff regarding Magic. So stay tuned for that fun stuff, and I will pass it along.
Eddie, go ahead. We'll pay homage to the dead person at the end. We'll do an in memoriam. I got the slides ready and everything.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not a spire anymore. Hi, everyone. I'm Eddie. I'm here as our little Butterball art. You can find me on all the social medias at Discount Bard. It's been a little bit quiet out there on the social media frontier as I've been on a bit of a hiatus, busy being a responsible adult, blah. But hopefully on the not too distant horizon, there will be some projects coming up in the not too distant future. You can follow me on the socials to see what shenanigans I'm up to. I'm on TikTok as well. And also these days, apparently I'm starting this whole Smule thing. So you might be able to occasionally find me singing random songs. So you never know. The Discount Bard actually sings. What's that? What is this thing? I never heard of it. Anyways, that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Let's go ahead and pass it along.
Hello, I'm Lizzie Donahue. You can find me on social media at the Lizzie LD. I don't really post there, but you can find me there. Otherwise, you can find me here on alternating Tuesdays. And like I said last time, I am doing a Aspen Hotel fan cast on Smule, which Eddie has been recruited to join because we needed more guys. So he'll be playing Emily later when we get to those episodes. And also Cherry Bomb. All right, it'll be very fun. And that's it. That's it for me. I can't wait to find out what happens next time now that the person we deal with is dead. So fuck.
Also, Lizzie was my co-conspirator in writing the Red Hair Inn Host Club, so that may also still have to happen sometime.
Yeah.
I think that's me.
Yep.
Yeah, sure, if you want it to be.
Okay.
Oh, hey. It's Jaden.
What can he say?
You can find me on all social media at It's Jaden King, doing all kinds of things. I don't know. I've been kind of quiet a bit because I've just got back to the States. Because D&D in the Castle just finished for one of the rounds, but doesn't mean I'm done. August 11th is the next D&D in the Castle stateside. We're in the Mohegan Castle in Ohio, meaning if you haven't had a chance to play at one of my live tables and England is just a bit too far across the water, you can come to Ohio in an amazing like hotel experience where I'm gonna have a live table and all the epic immersion you could ever imagine as I run people through a version of, well, Deep Breath, a modern fantasy experience with all the tech and all the torment you could ever imagine. Special shout out to Dragon Rock RPG Design, Renee and Daniel, who a lot of the stuff they helped me build is used in a lot of these games to make things truly phenomenal, from vehicles, guns, and more to make things epic. So check out D&D in a Castle, the August 11th round. I'll be there to do awesome things, but also more stuff with that, including other things happening with Dean in a Castle, D&D Beyond, and the new releases coming out. And if anyone's interested in expanding their TTRPG repertoire, check out TTRPG University. We're getting some stuff set up for the new year and getting ready for the new stuff happening with D&D and other TTRPGs, such as being able to design stat blocks, writing adventures, publishing, and launching your own books, whatever that is. Check out TTRPGU. Me and Beth have been working hard on all that and looking for more collaborators come this summer. So if you're looking to expand, check that out. I do other things, but I can't remember most of them. So that's all I got, I guess. I do things. Bye.
And bye. And last but certainly not least, our dear friend Megan, who I'm very thankful got to join us for this short bit of our adventure.
Yeah, I was really, really excited to get to play with y'all for a little bit because pretty much everybody in this group I've been telling Taryn I want to kind of get to play with, so it was super cool. A lot of y'all I just get to hear about because Taryn rants. I mean, no, Taryn's mean and hates everybody, but Taryn likes all y'all and has made all of y'all sound really fun to play with, so I enjoyed it a lot. Also, I always love having Logan as the DM. But yeah, it was super fun, so thank you for letting me play Thundereth and be a part of y'all's campaign a little bit.
Thanks for being
Thank you.
awesome. And we're sad that you were melting.
Yeah, this is kind of.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do.
Don't worry, I have a freezing spell. We'll just build a new snow person.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
no.
where is Elsa? We
you
need
wanna
Thynrith
build
to
a
have her
snow, Meg?
own
That
snow cloud.
Elsa's right in front of you. It's the
Elsa
reason why
just stabbed
Heinrich
me.
is melting. Yeah.
Oh no, the snowman wanted to go to have summer. Little did
Do
they
you
know.
want to res your patron?
Wait, spirit.
All it takes is
die?
a diamond.
Spare the dice? Question mark.
Squeeze them together. Mending.
Oh my God.
Mending.
Hey, look, if you're looking for mending, we got an artificer here. We're
Mending
currently
and
a
salt.
spider, but you know.
Together, me and Art together. Frankenstein him. Yeah, there we
Oh
go.
my God.
Teamwork.
Oh my God.
Just rebuild with butter. We got this.
Yeah,
People underestimate the butter court.
the butter quart of the Feywild.
The butter
It makes
quart.
complete.
You know,
Yes.
led by
Yo.
the leader of Flavortown.
Look, that's
Yeah.
the beauty of butter. It's either a
Oh my
lubricant or an
gosh.
adhesive, depending on what the plot calls for.
Sometimes
That's the
both.
true big bad. Like Mr. Flavortown.
Mr.
Guy
Flavortown.
Fieri.
Gin-
Goblin
gin-
Fury.
Goblin Fury.
I
Oh my
need
God.
this. Okay.
Riding
I love
upon
that.
their Buttersworth dragon.
On his what?
Riding the Buttersworth dragon.
Don't forget Betty Crockpot.
There we go.
Crockpot.
Okay. I think we've set our fill here, guys.
Yeah.
We have. And on that note, we bid you adieu. Until next time, stay safe and remember, adventure awaits. Bye, all.
Good night, everybody.
Bye.